Now, as a car fanatic, Fridays are my favorite days on Expresso. I get to hang out with the two coolest car guys in South Africa, Gavin and Chiro, and we get to check out the best cars on the market. Nice to see you guys again.
Hi, yes, jeez, I think we've both been, well, we've all been gallivanting.
Yeah,
we're all
trying out new cars.
Good to be back with you, yeah.
You have tried out an incredible car, a Lexus.
Yeah, so this is brand new from Lexus called the GS350. Now, they've got a tough task ahead of them. They have to convince you that you shouldn't buy a BMW 5 Series, a Merc E Class, an Audi A6, a Jaguar XF, a Cadillac CTS, and you should buy one of these.
Or a VW CC.
But, yeah, or one of those. But like sort of like one of those well-dressed lawyers in one of those popular courtroom drama series. It's making a hell of a good case for itself.
A fantastic case. Somehow the boffins over at Lexus in Japan have made a V6 feel like a V8. I've never experienced like, I mean, Chiro and I obviously knew what engine was in it, being car experts, but we were debating. I mean, it was almost like some sort of weird new hybrid 7-cylinder. It's halfway between a V6 and a V8, and the results are absolutely astounding.
The noise is fantastic, and that's sort of the outside in the engine. But I think where this car really shines is inside. If I could envision my future office, I think I'd like it to be like this. The door closes with the most reassuring thud. Just this really solid thud. And you know, the front seats, you know, if you're looking through an office catalogue and you get to the back pages and there's those like, really expensive CEO chairs that you really want but you can't afford, that's the front seat you get in a Lexus.
That's what's in there. For me, the Lexus is going after a younger target market, and I compare them to, again, bear with me here, but I compare them to kind of rappers. You get gangster rappers who are into Cadillac Escalades and Hummers and that. Then you get the more commercial rappers like Jay-Z and Kanye, who use their rap skills merely as a way to become businessmen and make huge amounts of money. The Lexus is more that type of rapper. It really is. Yeah. It's just so beautiful. It's got a kind of a street cred, but such a refined bit of street cred. It truly is an astonishing car. I loved it.
Okay, let's talk about the drive now.
Yes,
we just talked about the car.
But these are all about aesthetics. As I said, this is completely about how good you look. Anyway.
So you've got You've got three modes to play with, right? Eco, Sport, and Normal, and you flick between them with this little jog wheel. Now, normally with an old Lexus, you'd put it into Sport, and it wasn't really sporty. This, they've really focused on getting that part of the car right. Don't know how many buyers will really drive it like it's capable of being driven. But I took it to one of my favorite mountain roads, put it into Sport, and it was really good fun.
It's really, really good.
I wasn't expecting that.
And when you accelerate, I mean, it sounds like Chewbacca yawning when you. It's just got the most wonderful exhaust notes. It truly is an astonishing car. As Chiro said, in sport mode, I don't know how many people who buy these will actually use it because it really comes into its own when you're in cruise mode. It's probably one of the most beautifully subtle. It's one of the most beautifully subtle rides I've ever been in.
Okay, but you did drive another car this week as well.
We did.
Yes, we did indeed.
A car that I've also test driven.
So now over to another part of Japan where they do things a little more sensibly. The Suzuki Swift Sport.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we drove the normal Suzuki Sport a while back, and we absolutely loved it. I think it's one of the cars you can, with a clear conscience, recommend to anyone in your life that you even vaguely have any sort of affection for. Your mom, your girlfriend, your wife, anyone. It will not let them down. It's one of the most incredible cars. So the Suzuki Swift Sport has a lot to live up to, and I think all in all, it pretty much does.
Look, it's an extra 60,000 over the normal one, so you kind of expect that sort of value extra put in, and visually they've got it right. It looks visually very, very different, very sporty from the Suzuki Swift that I'd like my mom to drive. You know? So you get to have them side by side in the garage, and you wouldn't confuse the two.
And I must just point out, car colours aren't very important to us, but the one we had did, as Chiro said, look like a wimpy mustard.
Yes.
That sort of colour, and but rather go with this sort of more sedate colour that you're seeing in our clips here, because there it is. Yeah. That's the exact colour we had. It's like
I like that colour.
One of those liqueurs you bought in the Seychelles in 1987.
Yeah, banana liqueur.
Exactly.
I think though that a car like this is obviously just meant to be driven. So I took it to Overdrive's official testing facility, which is that road that goes from the Table Mountain traffic circle down to Clifton.
Our top secret testing facility.
Yes, it's very secret. If you just go to the circle and go right, it's over there. And thrashed it up and down the scientific number of 4 times, and I couldn't believe believe how good it was. You know, it reminds me of early Golf GTIs, that really stripped down, spirited enthusiasm. I really liked it.
Doesn't have horsepower, it's got so much spirit though. Fantastic little hot hatch.
Guys, thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for introducing us to 2 fab new cars on the market.
No problem.
Look forward to catching up with you next Friday.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Cheers.
You want to follow them at Overdrive TV on Twitter, but right now we're taking a break.